What's happening, guys? Hope you're all doing well and staying positive out there. Welcome to a live stream. This one is a bit impromptu. Hope you're all doing well. Let me know where you guys are watching from. I'm still in the office. Let me know if you can hear me properly. Let me just shrink down this screen here. How are we all, guys? Whoops, sorry, I'm just clicking random stuff on my desktop at the moment. Still at the office. Have not left. There is still so much to do here today. Can you guys hear me loud and clear? Let me know if you can. In actual fact, I might move my getting my Teams up here, which is very frustrating at the moment. Let's just quit Teams. There we go. Can you guys hear me loud and clearly? Let me know. Let me just open up my streaming stuff. I'm going to move myself over here so you guys can see me. We'll wait for a few more people to join us, ladies and gents. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have Ordis in the house. Welcome, Ordis Drain. We've got Engage Indianapolis in the house from Portugal. That's incredible. Welcome. We've got Josh Simpson from New Zealand. Thank you very much for tuning in. What else have we got here? We've got Sharon McKenzie here from Queensland. That's incredible. Welcome, welcome, welcome. GQ Patrol, welcome. Good Arvo, all of you. It's 7:30 p.m. here in Melbourne, Australia. And yes, I'm still at the office and I do have my espresso this time. Gosh, it's been a very interesting time in crypto, that is for sure. There is a lot going on, of course, in the United States. There's a lot going on around the world with cryptocurrency. Today, I just felt like doing a live stream because I'm still at the office and it just gives me some time to speak to my audience, which is amazing. Let's have a look here at everybody. All right, we're all good here, ladies and gents. We've got Orlando, Florida in the house. Welcome, Nelson. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Anyway, guys, I thought I'd do a live stream and let's get into it. And if you have a coffee, make sure you grab one as well. So there is a lot going on in the crypto world at the moment, which I'm going to go through, obviously, the prices, earn curve, my spot crypto exchange, and, of course, all of the news from X. There's quite a lot to go through on that. So I figured rather than just going through news articles, we'll go through and watch a lot of content on X this evening, because I think there's some very, very bullish news, you know, coming out, ladies and gentlemen. And I honestly believe that, you know, there's a lot of people out there that don't believe it, that are still new in this space. It's just a complete shift from what we've been, obviously, you know, going through in terms of updates and regulatory approval in the United States. And again, there's a lot going on. But welcome to the live stream, guys. Let's get into it. Massive shout out and thank you to every single one of you who have subscribed to my YouTube channel and, of course, my social media. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. If you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel. The link is below. Give it a thumbs up. Watch this live stream straight through, because every time you guys do that, it really helps me push this channel out to a lot more people, because the YouTube algorithm is absolute magic when you find, ladies and gentlemen, do that. So make sure you give it a thumbs up. Cheers. Also, a little disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor. Please do your own research and due diligence with this stuff. I don't want to see anyone get financially hurt. That is why my number one golden rule is I only invest what I can afford to lose. And yes, we don't like to lose. You can lose money like that in the blink of an eye in crypto and, of course, any other investment. So please be careful out there. Do your own research and due diligence. This live stream is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Right, ladies and gentlemen, the formalities are out of the way. Welcome to the live stream. We've got Queensland in the house, which is nice. Welcome, Bruno. Really, really cool to speak to all of you. And if you have any questions, please put them up here and I will get to it, obviously, at the end of the live stream. So we've also got Lofty from the UK, which is amazing. So welcome, 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 everybody. All right, let's get into it. My cleaner for the office has left for the day, which is good. He's a legend, but obviously he's vacuuming the whole place, and yeah, it's been pretty full on. Now, yes, I did put up this in the community tab. I put up a lot of stuff in here and a lot of information, so make sure you go check that out. It's very important. Obviously, I've got my Octobots running on EarnCurve. It is a great time to start the Octobots when the market has dipped, because the bots will pick that up when obviously the market recovers. And again, I suspect in the next couple of months we're going to see some massive moves in the crypto market. And I should say, more to the point, that I do believe that we've got maybe about a 2 or 3 year stint for these gains, and then it will taper off a little bit. That's just my opinion, by the way. Top altcoins in my portfolio today, or this morning, 9 hours ago, was Pitbull, Hero, Electronium, and Kin. I will go through that in a moment, so bear with me. The cool thing about Octobot and EarnCurve today, just to let everyone know, I'm trading Bitcoin against Ethereum, or Ethereum as a base against Bitcoin. This is a really cool strategy, and obviously to accumulate more Ethereum and Bitcoin in your portfolio and trade against each other. It's a really good strategy, and the link is there as well as all the EarnCurve links, which again, go sign up to that. Just scrolling down, so far the profits have been pretty great. Honestly, they've been pretty insane when you think about the average returns in the S&P 500. So I've had 1.65%. Gosh, I've had 8.8%. Manual Badger. I mean, these are the names that the AI comes up with. 16.42%. Happy Lemming, 10.23%. Gosh, 8.76%. I'm not sure what this Big Llama one is. We'll have a look in a second, but that's down 7%. And the Encouraging Lion is 4.84%, which is crazy. There has been a lot of ETF filings. We're going to go through all of that, so let's get into it. Today we have a total crypto market cap of $4.18 trillion, which is, insanely bullish in my opinion, because there's so much room for growth in this space. There is going to be trillions of dollars coming into this space. There's no doubt about it. There is a lot of institutional capital coming into this space now. It's a very different landscape from a few years ago, I should say, when Gary Gensler was the chair of the SEC. The volume, though, is at $241 billion, which is unbelievable to see that. The altcoin season index is at 54 out of 100. Now, the amazing thing, October 7th, does anybody pay attention to this? Because institutions are buying up big. As an example, the 29th of September, which was last week, there was $1 billion in ETFs. We had the 30th, we had 500 million in ETFs. The 1st of October, $756 million. We had $900 million on the 2nd. And on the 3rd of October, we had $1.2 billion. This is insane. On the 6th of October, which is only, 2 days ago, there was $1.3 billion of inflows. And then again, last night on Wall Street, market open, there was $1.29 billion of inflows. Does anybody understand the significance of this? It's madness. It's madness. Look at this. Look at the figure. I mean, the amount of capital going into these ETFs is huge. And this is only just the beginning for what's coming when all of the ETFs are approved. All right? Now, coming over to my portfolio, let's go to the top gainers in the last 24 hours. Having a sip of espresso. God, I don't even know what's going on with Singularity NET. That's up 147% in the last 24 hours, 162 in the last 7 days. I need to check what is going on with AGIX. I had just seen this now for myself. Pitbull's up as well. That was just a gamble with a friend of mine. Stay away from it. It's a meme. Kin is up. Ubix Network is a very, very low, obviously, market cap coin in the pennies. That's up 5.85. BitTorrent, BTT, I've held that for years. Electronium is also up 4.3%. MetaHero, 4.1. Constellation DAG, Pretty cool project, high security, working with the United States Air Force, which is amazing. Holochain as well, Ravane Neo. Now, if we go to market cap, Bitcoin is currently trading at 122,000 US dollars, which is crazy to think about that. If you go to the year, we're still up 96% on the year. Coming back to the list, Ethereum sitting at 4,489 US dollars today, and we're up 84% on the year. You've got to look long term with these guys, and this is crazy when you look at XRP for the year. I don't know if anyone's actually done this. It's at 442.8%, which is crazy. This is going to go a lot higher. People just need to understand the technology. What else have we got here, guys? Solana. I'm very bullish on Solana. I did purchase this when the market crashed with FTX. Let me know in the live chat if you are holding Solana. I'm always curious about that. Let me know. On the last year, we're up 54%. Let's come to Cardano. Another one, ladies and gents, it's at 82 cents. In the last year, it's up 133%. And Sui. I'm bullish on Sui. Let me know in the live chat if you are holding Sui. I'm curious about this. This is up 72%. I think these projects are going to do incredibly well. And obviously, Stella's at 38 cents. Hedera doing nicely. And Litecoin also 116. They're all up on the year, which is nice to see. And we're just getting started. It's so new, this technology. Anyway, moving on, my spot crypto exchange, EarnCurve. There's incredible people that have registered on this in KYC. So thank you very much. If you do KYC and join on EarnCurve, I will apply a 10% discount to your trading fees. That is to say thank you for believing in my vision to get an exchange up and running. They're sitting at around about 650 registered users now, which is amazing. It's grown a lot. A lot of you are obviously, trading with the bots, which is amazing. It's going to allow you to fully automate your trading and capture those gains when the market rises, so you don't have to place buy and sell orders yourself on other exchanges. It's really, really cool software. Now, coming over to, of course, EarnCurve, I've got, well, there you go, it scared the living shit out of me right there, but it's trading. That's the noise it makes when it trades. I've got 1,393 in there trading for me on my account. The cool strategy, which I linked in the community tab on the YouTube channel, though, is the Bitcoin and Ethereum pair. So you're trading against Bitcoin and Ethereum, which is great. So you would deposit USDT, and it would convert. Octobot converts the USDT to Ethereum to obviously trade between these two assets between each other, which is amazing. So there you go right here. These are the deals that it's placed at the moment. The buy orders today. I started this at 9 o'clock in the morning. Really, really cool strategy. I like it anyway, so I think it's going to perform extremely well, especially when you get Tom Lee from Fund Street Capital coming out saying that Ethereum could potentially hit 60,000 US dollars because it's going to be the backbone of Wall Street. There is also people saying that, Solana is also going to be the backbone of Wall Street. We're going to have a listen to this because there's some incredible interviews on X. But as you can see on Octobot, I've got all of these bots running at the moment on the account. I've got BNB, which is up 5.1% in a week, which is insane. The Solana one, again, is still down 9.3. I'm not worried about that. Ethereum as well, I'm not worried about that. I've let these run, by the way, since the 15th of September when I launched the multi-bots with Octobot. Coming down as well, the ETH Bitcoin strategy just started today, this morning. The Litecoin one is up 1.4% in a week. Stellar is up 1.48% in a week. The Dogecoin bot's up 3.15% in a week. The Bitcoin one is up 2.6% in a week. And the XRP Navigator one, again, negative 3.99. I don't care because I've got 200 USDT invested in that. And the beautiful thing about this is you don't have to do anything with these. You just let them trade and they're going to capture that market movement. I should say I restarted this one on the 6th of October. So I'm going to let it do its thing. That's what you do with this. Like, you just let it trade for you because it's going to monitor and capture those gains. If I come to the BNB one, which is pretty incredible, you can see right here it's selling, and look at what it's saying here. I'm fetching the latest market data to make up the trades, checking if my 15 orders are in line with the strategy. There you go. So it's being monitored by artificial intelligence. It's remarkable software. Really, really cool. And by the way, I mean, like, as I said, multiple times on my channel, you can generate strategies with your artificial intelligence. So this can work with the coins that are available on EarnCurve. So create me a grid bot on EarnCurve with 16 buy orders and 16 sell orders trailing up. As an example, you can use ChatGPT to try and come up with a strategy for yourself on your desired coin. Let's just see what it does here. Oh, no, it didn't like that prompt. Let's have a look here. Tends to have a mind of its own, so create me a grid bot. Sorry, I didn't even put the pair in with XRP. I should have done that, sorry. Grid bot with XRP USDT on EarnCurve with 16 buy orders and 16 sell orders trailing up. I don't think I'd put the pair in before. And this is live, so I'm just going to show you guys right here what you could do with the AI. There you go. Boom. Okay. So as you can see, I've just typed in a prompt. It's like ChatGPT for crypto, which is mind-blowing. So it says, I have created a grid trading bot for XRP USDT pair on EarnCurve with the following configuration. 16 buy orders, 16 sell orders, buy and sell spread of 0.02. And again, it's got a price range in here, and you can adjust it based on the price. So you can do anything with this within reason, of course. And the maximum orders on the books, I should say, is 50. So as you can see on the ETH Bitcoin one, I've got 31 orders in the book at the moment, whereas the maximum is 50. And of course, you can trade as much capital as you want. There's no limit to this. So really, really cool, guys. So go check it out. The full video on how to set this up back on my YouTube channel. You can hear the bot, actually the bot's running in the background is the Multibots live video. So make sure you go back to the YouTube channel. This is fully timestamped. Go check it out. Any questions, come over to EarnCurve Invest. And of course, you can email me there. I will get back to you. Depending on where you are in the world, please bear with me because I get sometimes emails from overseas and it's like 3 in the morning. So I'm in Melbourne, Australia. So just bear with me and I will get back to you if you have any issues. But I will say, just to let everyone know, at the moment, there's no fiat on-ramp in terms of depositing cash or using a credit card or debit card. So in terms of depositing, it's spot crypto exchange only. You can deposit Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDT on ERC20, BEP20, TRC20, and Polygon. I like to use TRC20 because it's by far the cheapest and fastest network. You can use BNB, of course, XRP. Make sure when you're depositing XRP onto EarnCurve that you include your wallet tag. Keep records of the transaction hash because I can track that if worst case scenario that those funds don't get allocated to your account. I've had to do that with a few people, which is fine. But if you include your XRP wallet tag, it'll have no issues at all. Cardano as well, TRX and Matic. So those cryptocurrencies are supported in terms of deposits. You can get trading, which is really, really cool. So thank you guys for those of you that have joined. Go try it now because it's wild. We'll get to X. Let me have a quick look at the chat. We've got UK in the house, Sydney. If Sui will outperform XRP, I think XRP is way bigger than Sui. The screen is black. My screen is okay. Maybe it's just my screen showing you the EarnCurve screen. Just maybe let me know. My screen is. Let me know if the screen is okay, guys. Canada, East Coast, 9:50 a.m. in the UK. Well, if it's 9:50 in the morning, have one of these. I've had about 10 of these today, no kidding. All right, let's keep moving on. And I'm going to get to X because there's a lot to show you guys on X. And by the way, thank you to those 9,051 people. You guys rock. Really appreciate it. I also should mention in this live stream that there is a lot of fake social media accounts, especially on TikTok. Well, let me just show you guys here what I'm talking about because I'm getting messages all over social media that I'm speaking to them on TikTok, and it's just not the case. So I've only got one TikTok account, and that's the Wall Street Bull. I don't know if you guys can actually see my phone right here. You can see on my screen, that is my official TikTok account. I post up there regularly, which is cool, but there's a lot of fake accounts, so please be careful. Use the official links in the video description below to follow me on socials, all right? And I will never message you on any social media platform other than my verified accounts on Instagram. All right, and if you haven't done so, go follow me on Instagram with the official check mark, because that's very important. As you can see right here, it's Anthony Troiano at the Wall Street Bull. You can find me there with a blue check mark. All right? So make sure you go follow the official account. That is me, and I will respond to your messages. Anyway, just letting everyone a bit of housekeeping. Now, I'm going to play this clip here with Pompulano, or Anthony, the Pomp. He's a legend, by the way. I watch him on CNBC, Squawk Box, all the time at night. Really cool interview here. Let's just have a quick listen to this, guys.
The biggest winners you can go.
Let me just play this for you because it's really cool.
Gold, I think it's up 46, 47%. Bitcoin, I want to say it's up 50 or 60. I'm not even sure. There's a Morgan Stanley basket that's a retail flow basket that has all the meme stocks in it. It's up 67, 68%. So it's really what retail jumps on. So crypto, digital gold, that's obviously something that's very, very appealing.
Pay attention to this.
All that right now? Well, I'd want to have positions in all of it, for sure.
That was Tudor investment founder Paul Tudor Jones on Squawk Box yesterday. Bitcoin is trading near a record high. Joining us now, Anthony Pompliano, professional capital management founder and CEO. Anthony, it's good to see you. So I have to tell you, when we talk about crypto, Bitcoin, you want to keep up to date. It's a big, important market now with massive participation, but the story's always the same, isn't it? I mean, it's sort of like store of value, more people know about it and want to participate in it. Is there anything that's kind of moving the needle on a fundamental basis or a flow basis at this point?
Well, look, I actually think one of the problems with the traditional financial market is that people have to pay attention to it, right? If you think about what's going on in the stock market, I have to know what the company is, what products they're constantly coming out with, who are they selling them to, what's the latest earnings report, what's interest rates. All this information is very hard. And so if you think of the average American, they are getting punished in the economy, right? That K-shaped economy is really, really hurting a very large portion of it. And the beauty of Bitcoin is the very simple story. They are never going to stop printing money, so therefore Bitcoin will never stop going up. And if you simply think of Bitcoin as savings technology, all you have to do is go out, work hard at your job, make money, spend less than you make, and then put the extra savings into Bitcoin, and then allow Bitcoin to benefit from what we know is going to happen, which is they are never going to stop printing money. And I think that simplicity is actually very attractive to some cohort of investors. And now you see investors saying, wait a second here, this quote-unquote debasement trade means that I don't have to go do all that work. I can simply just go and buy something like Bitcoin. And I think that really maybe the story of finance of this decade is that Bitcoin is becoming the hurdle rate, right? Historically, we've looked at things like the S&P. If you go back to 2020, the S&P is up 100% since 2020. Priced in Bitcoin is down 90%. All of the returns that people are talking about in traditional finance, most of them are negative because no one can beat Bitcoin. And so if you can't beat it, then we just say you got to buy it. And I think that's what a lot of investors are starting to do.
That's true. Now, the vast majority of Bitcoin that an individual saver is buying is being sold by somebody who already owned it, right? I mean, there's a massive industry that's essentially just kind of middleman frictional. It's mostly about trading. It's not about anything else. It's not about, like, opening up a savings account where the bank creates the asset.
Well, there's always going to be trading volume in any asset, right? People are obviously going to constantly be trading an asset back and forth. But what you see is more and more Bitcoin is being taken into what we call illiquid supply. So over time, that percentage continues to increase where every Bitcoin that I buy, no one's ever touching it again until I die, right? And I think there's a lot of Bitcoiners who believe the exact same thing. And so what you're starting to see is that illiquid supply numbers creeping up. And so as more capital comes in, the only thing that can happen is if you have a finite supply asset, more people want that asset, but the people who hold it aren't willing to sell it. The price has to go up to clear the market, and that's why Bitcoin continues to go up over time.
Gold has done better than Bitcoin this year. Do you think in the crypto community they see gold as an ally, or is it a competitor?
Yeah, it's funny that on one hand, Bitcoin and crypto folks, they're brothers in arms, right, in the fight against currency debasement. On the other hand, I think that the gold bugs are having a field day because they're outperforming Bitcoin. I think gold's up 50% this year. Bitcoin's up about 33%. What I will say is that the average return since 2015 of Bitcoin in Q4 is 60%. So the gold bugs, you're not at the finish line for the year yet. Let's see what happens. But if you go back just 5 years, right, gold is up about 100%, and during that time, Bitcoin's up 1,000%. And so I think that they both benefit from the same thing. It's just that you have a smaller market cap asset that's got a lot more volatility in Bitcoin, and therefore it's kind of gold with wings is the way I like to think about it.
What's the difference between those investor pools, or do they overlap?
I think that you generally are going to have an older audience that's got gold. You're also going to have the central banks today, institutions. But very quickly, you're starting to see more and more people that own Bitcoin. They're getting older. It's been around for 15, 16 years now. But also, I think that people aspire to have the central banks eventually hold Bitcoin. The question is just, when do they do that? And what are the geopolitical things that start to transpire if all of a sudden you're saying, we're going to go put Bitcoin in our actual treasury reserve?
You have a kind of a purist's take on the utility of Bitcoin as this store of value and this anti-debasement asset. Where does then the kind of publicly traded crypto asset treasury companies fit in? It just seems much more about kind of a financial engineering workaround that people are paying a premium for the asset they could just buy straight.
Yeah, so I think there's going to be two different types of public market players. There's the category creators, and frankly, in my opinion, the category winners, companies like Strategy and Metaplanet, who they've come out and said, look, we're going to buy Bitcoin, we're going to hold that Bitcoin, and we're going to use different capital market tools to go and buy more Bitcoin. We've got a business that we've created, ProCap BTC is the private entity that's going public, raised $750 million for it, and our goal is to not only hold Bitcoin on that balance sheet, we think it's a great treasury reserve asset, but then go build products and services on top of that to go get more Bitcoin. And so if you think of traditional financial institutions, they have a dollar-denominated balance sheet. They build products and services to go and solve problems in the market, and they get more dollars on their balance sheet. Well, we think that you can build the same type of financial institution, but rather than do it to try to get more dollars, try to get more Bitcoin onto your balance sheet. And so I think that generally what you're seeing is you're going to see some companies that hold the asset, and then you're going to see companies that say, look, we want to offer products and services in the market so that we can get more of that asset onto our balance sheet.
And
It's a great interview, and it puts things in perspective because we're just at the beginning of what's coming in this space. It's very, very exciting. I don't know about you guys, but the landscape has changed so much this year. It's just mind-blowing to see what's coming. And again, gosh, I've been in this space now since 2016. The last 4.5 years has been traumatic, so to speak, with Gary Gensler at the SEC. And now that President Donald Trump has come into this space, it's completely changed. Have a listen to CEO Matt Hogan right here from Bitwise. It's a fascinating interview. I'm going to play this for you guys now.
When I look at Solana right now, I think it's one of the best setups for a crypto asset that I've seen in my 8 years of being in this space full time. You have a wave of ETFs potentially launching. You have really strong treasury companies led by charismatic leaders that are pushing the narrative. You have the stablecoin and tokenization play that people are very excited about. When you put those three things together against an asset that, again, is only a little over $100 billion in size, that's a pretty exciting setup. So I'm very optimistic for Solana for the next few months.
That's the bull case for Solana. Are there any challenges we need to watch out for?
Yeah, sure. It's not the dominant player in this space. Again, Ethereum has a larger market share. Some people are skeptical of it because of the meme coin overhang and the view that it's oriented around that space. It has historically run into technical issues. So there are always risks in every investment. But again, in 8 years, I'm not sure I've seen a setup that's as clean as this. And I'm really excited. When I look at Solana right now, I think it's
absolute
one of the best.
Facts. I mean, Solana for me, I've held it for a long time. I'm not going to sell it, definitely not. And I think it's going to be definitely one of the best performing crypto assets, as well as the utility cryptocurrencies. Think people need to understand. I get questions a lot in this space all the time. What should I buy? What should I do? I can't give financial advice, but one thing I will say is you need to focus on real world utility, not meme coins that have none or no utility. I'm talking about, transferring of funds internationally or foreign exchange, or it could be, building out payment rails for the future, tokenizing, equities, stocks, bonds, commodities, treasuries, all of that, making trading on Wall Street 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, as opposed to waiting for market open. Like tonight, I've got buy orders, so to speak, on Wall Street, but I'd have to wait in Australia until 11 or midnight now with the daylight savings coming in. So it's going to make things very easy for the future for the financial markets. It really is, and I can't wait for that. Eric Balchunas, interesting. Canary just filed an S-1 amendment for Litecoin and Hedera spot ETFs, and they include the fees of 95 bips or basis points each, and the tickers are LTCC and HBR, which is typically the last thing updated before go time. With the shutdown, though, who knows, but these docs look pretty finalized to me, which means we're going to be seeing a Litecoin spot ETF as well as a Hedera HBAR ETF, which is amazing. Very, very bullish. Moving on, spot ETFs bought in $1.2 billion yesterday, which I went through earlier on the live stream. Very, very nice. Michael Saylor strategy now holds $80 billion in Bitcoin. Nearing Amazon, Google, and Microsoft's cash reserves, which is wild. Berkshire Hathaway, who Warren Buffett, sitting on $344 billion in cash. That's a nice pile of cash. I think he's just sitting back waiting for an opportunity to buy the dip. That's what he's doing. I'll get to your questions, by the way, in a moment. So make sure if you have any questions, put them up in the live chat. I'll get to them. James Seifert, Bloomberg analyst. We have another filing for a 3x leverage ETFs. This batch is from Granite Shares. Includes Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. There's hundreds of ETFs. There's hundreds of them that are coming. Very, very nice to see that. Scrolling down, I'm going to play this interview from Solana. Again, never sleep. Listen to this.
And off on holidays. And even beyond that, people who live internationally, they have to go through all these intermediaries to actually make any trades. They can't just interact directly with the stock. Well, that changes as soon as you put your stock on Solana. Anybody with a wallet that's whitelisted, as an individual, a direct relationship with the investor can now buy and trade and own any of these equities that are listed.
Yeah.
And it might sound small, but it's actually a huge difference. And it trades at the speed of light, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Solana and crypto and Web3, like decentralized infrastructures, don't sleep.
Yeah.
And so that, I think, what I have realized is just that value prop. I'm not even talking about the ability to use DeFi or AMMs or get a loan. Just that 24/7 permissionless trading of these stocks and the audience that now has access to it. It's like a whole new investor base. That's the value prop that every single public company I've spoken with or company looking to IPO that I've spoken with, they have all, their eyes kind of light up and they're sitting on the edge of their seat because they get it. And that, I was surprised, the signs I'm seeing of product market fit are really strong, and it's just so simple. It's not like a complicated thing. It's just, hey, yeah, I get 24/7 liquidity from a group of investors that I otherwise wouldn't, and I have direct relationship with them. And that's amazing.
24-hour stock trading. This is what people need to understand why, this technology, blockchain, cryptocurrency, this is the real value proposition for cryptocurrency. It's not just thinking about short-term prices. I mean, you got to think long-term with this stuff. I mean, you honestly have to. Because, 24/7 stock trading is going to bring a lot of liquidity. Moving on, SEC Chair Paul Atkins reveals plans to launch rulemaking for innovation exemption by late this year and early 2026. The boost of digital asset and crypto development in the United States, which is insane. Absolutely love it. Listen to this. Soon, every billionaire will buy billions of dollars in Bitcoin and the supply shock will come. This is from Michael Saylor.
Buy as much as I can because someone else is going to go take all my Bitcoin away from me. So, in 2020, when I started buying Bitcoin, I was thinking, oh no, I got to do this in a hurry because someone's going to figure it out and the price is going to 10x. And I better get it before it 10x's. So, that's a natural reaction when it finally clicks in your head. Because you're thinking, why wouldn't every billionaire in the world go and buy $1 billion of Bitcoin, smash buy it overnight, and just to make $1 billion? Because why wouldn't they just want to make the $1 billion? worth 5 billion or 10 billion or any amount of money. I mean, Bitcoin, it feels like in the early days the infinite money glitch, right? But
I mean, he has worked out the infinite money glitch. We know that for a fact. Christine Lagarde, I'm not going to even play this. She's so traditional. And she sees no intrinsic value to Bitcoin whatsoever, which I think is incredibly silly and frustrating. Listen to this, though. Listen to this.
Has now been around for 15 years, and there has not been a Bitcoin 2.0. So there's no crypto 2.0. This is Bitcoin is the surviving chain, and Bitcoin has become a $2 trillion asset, which never in history, financial history, has anything reached $2 trillion and then disappeared. So we're not. It's a different argument if it was $100 billion.
Okay.
Third is the U.S. government is reiterated its commitment to make Bitcoin a strategic reserve asset. That's not bad for the price of Bitcoin. So if someone is watching this and said, well, they don't understand Bitcoin, so they decide not to own it, it's a catastrophic way to look at market. I think that
historically, never in history has an asset hit $2 trillion, then gone to zero. Mind blown. Yes, we've gone through the Canary update. Bill Morgan, hope you're well, mate. We have Reliance Group Global has added XRP to its digital asset treasury. The rumor is XRP valued at $17 million, which is great. Clean Score Solutions now holds $710 million worth of Dogecoin. That's fascinating. We're going to listen to this one as well, the ETF Edge. Have a listen to this.
Technologies. That often leads back to Ethereum. So much of the rally in the S&P 500 this year has been focused on technology, whether it's large cap, mid cap, but looking at other ways to play this tech rally, there's crypto, and Bitcoin has done exceptionally well this year, Christian, but there's also more focus these days on stablecoins, tokenization. There was even a report last week that the SEC was examining letting stocks trade on the blockchain. What's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, we think that's coming, and it's going to be very disruptive. It's going to create efficiencies in terms of cost and time for investors. So we think this is going to be a great thing and really bring capital markets into this next century. And we think blockchain is the way to do it. There's a variety of use cases around blockchain, whether that's stable coins for payments, the Genius Act happened this year, or it's tokenization of assets, which could happen with real estate or stocks. We think this is a major theme that's going to impact not only technology, but also fintech, and of course the crypto community. We have our block ETF. We've been out since 2018, which is actively managed, buying blockchain and crypto equities. It's averaged 20% a year return since 2018. We're a pioneer in that space. We think the upside is going to continue, especially given the current administration and some of the regulatory moves we're seeing from exchanges as well as large market capital market players.
Yeah, this administration has been widely supportive of crypto. Jay, what are your thoughts on the best way to play this?
Well, I think a lot of what you've been saying, the rise of stablecoins, the rise of tokenization, and more enthusiasm around blockchain technologies, that often leads back to Ethereum. So there's a big difference between Ethereum and Bitcoin. Bitcoin is really this global monetary alternative, more similar in vein to the gold story. But Ethereum is really a bet on blockchain technology and other ways to use it through things like stablecoins and tokenization. So this enthusiasm has really trickled through to a lot of interest and flows into our ETH ETF.
Interesting. You have some BlackRock individuals right here, managers now heavily promoting Ethereum, which is fascinating. Thank you, Altcoin Daily, for that one as well. Great channel, mate. Coin Bureau, another great channel as well. The SEC is reviewing, of course, the XRP filings. I mean, there is a government shutdown now, so guys, it's pending for next week, and it's going to be fascinating what happens to the markets. A lot of people are sitting on the sidelines waiting. That's entirely up to you. There was an interview with Charles Hoskinson yesterday, which is quite interesting as well. Nate Garassi right here. Spot Bitcoin ETFs on the all-time heater have taken in $5.3 billion over the past 7 days. $2 billion just over the past 2 days, which I just went through here on Coin Market Cap. Literally $5 billion as you can see right here. Crazy, 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 crazy. BlackRock is buying the dip non-stop. They're up 7,400 Bitcoin last night. Gosh, it's crazy. Have a listen to the mooch, Scaramucci, I should say, and then we'll get to some questions. So if you have any questions, throw them up now, and I'll get to them. Have a listen to Scaramucci.
What happen as wallets expand? Let's say there's roughly 300 million or so wallets for Bitcoin right now. Imagine a world where there's a billion wallets, billion holders. The volatility should dampen. That happened in Microsoft. That happened in things like Google over a 20-year period of time. And so you could see a scenario where more wallets, lots of institutions in the mix, long-term holders, dampening volatility, and then you have this positive flywheel where the volatility is dampened by long-term holders who are owning it in size, and so therefore that reinforces the idea that other long-term holders should come in. I guess the big thing you have to ask yourself, is Bitcoin an investment or is it an asset class? If it's an investment, then $1 to $3 trillion, that sort of makes sense. That's akin to a Mag 7 market capitalization. But if it's an asset class, then it should trade to closer to where gold is, and I think gold's, I don't know, $22, $23 trillion right now.
22 to 23 trillion dollars, and we're currently at $4 trillion for the total market cap. So let that one sink in, ladies and gents. It's mind blowing. Anyway, are you keeping an eye on the reverse carry trade? No, I'm not at the moment. I'm just letting my bots trade for me automatically, which is why I'm letting my bots run. Let's have a look here. XLM, get ready for 80 cents. Bullish on XLM. I've held that for years. ETFs, Bruno, yes, 100%. You see a solid XRP bounce back. I did post up in the chat here. Yes, I do definitely see a solid XRP bounce back. We're not even at the beginnings of what's coming for this space. It's crazy. Sucktober, not Uptober. It is Uptober. Bullish on that. September's usually a bad month for any investment anyway. So historically speaking, October's usually a bullish month. What do you see by the end of the year? Will there be a traditional bull run? I'm hoping by the end of the year that we get a significant amount of the ETFs approved. A lot more capital comes into this space. As I said, there's been $5 billion in the last week alone in the ETF. So I suspect by the end of the year, once we get all of these ETFs approved, it's going to be a nice Christmas for all of us around the world. Anyway, what's my thoughts on SHX and Velo? I think I hold them somewhere. But other than that, I'm really focused on the cryptocurrencies with ETF applications that are, obviously going to be approved because institutional capital is coming into those coins. But anyway, I'm out of here, guys. Make sure you stay bullish. Go register on EarnCurve, sign up, KYC, and I will apply a 10% discount to your trading fees. Go sign up to Octobot. Get trading with this. You don't have to do anything once you've set them up. And you let them trade the markets for you. As you can see, mine are trading at the moment. I'm just going to let them do their thing. One more question. What are your thoughts on lower cap projects on the XRP ledger like RealFi? XRP Healthcare is one that I've known for a very long time. I don't invest in it personally, to be honest. I'm really focused on the assets that have real world utility, as I've mentioned, and again, the top cryptocurrencies in my watch list. If I go to my watch list anyway, these top coins right here are the ones I'm focusing on. That's the truth. But the XRP ledger will have significant volume. It's going to grow. And of course, with the pro-crypto administration in the United States, it's go time, so to speak. So yeah, there's going to be a lot more areas of utility for the XRP ledger. It's not necessarily just going to be for cross-border payments, that's for sure. They're definitely going big, especially with the banking charter as well for Ripple, which is huge. But anyway, I'm out of here, guys. Thank you very much for those of you that have joined the live stream. It was short notice. I really appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you join up on EarnCurve. Register KYC for that discount. And, of course, get trading with the bots. Any questions, you can email me here at earncurveinvest.com. My email's there. Legit, be careful of other social media platforms. There's a lot of fake accounts, especially coming on, with crypto going crazy. make sure you use official accounts. But anyway, thanks guys. I really appreciate it. Make sure you have a good night, a good afternoon, and a good morning. And if it is morning wherever you are in the world, have a double shot espresso. But guys, really good to talk to all of you. And I hope to do this again sometime this week. All right, guys, take care of yourselves. Peace out. Stay bullish. Bye, guys.